Hello, hi friends. Welcome back to my YouTube channel. Today I am discussing the some important chapter exercise question answers that is light. ಸ್ನೇಹಿತರೆ ಇವತ್ತಿನ 8ನೇ ತರಗತಿಯ ವಿಜ್ಞಾನ ತರಗತಿಗೆ ತಮಗೆಲ್ಲ ಆತ್ಮೀಯವಾಗಿ ಸ್ವಾಗತ. ಇವತ್ತಿನ ತರಗತಿಯಲ್ಲಿ ಲೈಟ್ ಚಾಪ್ಟರ್ಗೆ ಸಂಬಂಧಿಸಿದಂಥ ಎಕ್ಸಸೈಸ್ ಕ್ವೆಶನ್ ಆನ್ಸರನ್ನು ಇವತ್ತಿನ ತರಗತಿಯಲ್ಲಿ ಚರ್ಚೆ ಮಾಡೋಣ. ಸ್ನೇಹಿತರೆ ಇದುವರೆಗೆ ತಾವು ನನ್ನ ಚಾನಲ್ಗೆ ಸಬ್ಸ್ಕ್ರೈಬ್ ಆಗದೇ ಇದ್ದರೆ ಸಬ್ಸ್ಕ್ರೈಬ್ ಆಗಿ ಲೈಕ್ ಮಾಡಿ ಫ್ರೆಂಡ್ಸ್ಗೆ ಶೇರ್ ಮಾಡಿ. ಈಗ ನೇರವಾಗಿ ಲೈಟ್ ಘಟಕದ ಎಕ್ಸೈಸ್ ಕ್ವೆಶನ್ ಆನ್ಸರನ್ನು ಸ್ಟಡಿ ಮಾಡೋಣ. ಈಗ ಲೈಟ್ ಘಟಕದಲ್ಲಿ ಬರ್ತಕ್ಕಂಥ ಮೊದಲನೇ ಪ್ರಶ್ನೆ, ಮೇನ್ ಪ್ರಶ್ನೆ ಸಂಖ್ಯೆ 1. ಸಪೋಸ್ ಯು ಆರ್ ಇನ್ ದಿ ಡಾರ್ಕ್ ರೂಮ್, ಕ್ಯಾನ್ ಯು ಸಿ ಅಬ್ಜೆಕ್ಟ್ ಇನ್ ದಿ ರೂಮ್? ಕ್ಯಾನ್ ಯು ಸಿ ಅಬ್ಜೆಕ್ಟ್ಸ್ ಔಟ್ಸೈಡ್ ದಿ ರೂಮ್? ಎಕ್ಸ್ಪ್ಲೇನ್. Right answer is, if we are the dark room, then it is not possible for us to see object in the room. ನೀವು ಕತ್ತಲೆ ರೂಮ್ ಇದ್ದಾಗ ಯಾವುದೇ ರೀತಿಯ ವಸ್ತುಗಳನ್ನು ವೀಕ್ಷಣೆ ಮಾಡೋಕ್ಕೆ ಸಾಧ್ಯ ಇಲ್ಲ. ಹೌಎವರ್ ಅಬ್ಜೆಕ್ಟ್ ಔಟ್ಸೈಡ್ ದಿ ರೂಮ್ ದೇ ಆರ್ ವಿಸಿಬಲ್ ಟು ಅಸ್. ಹೊರಭಾಗದಲ್ಲಿ ನೀವು ವಸ್ತುಗಳನ್ನು ವೀಕ್ಷಣೆ ಮಾಡ್ಬೋದು. ಆ್ಯನ್ ಅಬ್ಜೆಕ್ಟ್ ಬಿಕಮ್ಸ್ ವಿಸಿಬಲ್ ವೆನ್ ಲೈಟ್ ರೀಚಸ್ ಅವರ್ ಐಸ್ ಆಫ್ಟರ್ ಬೀಯಿಂಗ್ ರಿಫ್ಲೆಕ್ಟೆಡ್ ಫ್ರಮ್ ದಿ ಅಬ್ಜೆಕ್ಟ್. If there is no light in the room, then the objects inside the room cannot be reflect any lights. Hence, we cannot see in a dark room. If there is a light present outside the room, then we can see the object outside the room. Question number 2. Differentiate between the regular and diffuse reflection. Does diffuse reflection means the failure of the laws of reflection? Right answer is, regular reflection takes place from the smooth or regular surface. In regular reflection, all reflected rays are parallel to each other. For parallel incident rays, irregular or different reflected takes place from an irregular surface. In diffusion reflection, the reflected rays are not parallel to each other for parallel incident rays. This happens because of the presence of irregular microscopic surfaces. Hence, the parallel incident rays reflected in different directions. However, each ray obeys the laws of reflection. Therefore, laws of reflections are not violated in the diffusions or irregular reflections. Question number 3. Mention against each of the following whether regular or diffuse reflection will take place when beam of light strikes. Justify your answers in each case. Option A, polished wooded tables, chalk powder, cardboard surface, marble floor with water spread over it, mirror, piece of paper. ಫಸ್ಟ್ ನೋಡಿ, ಪಾಲಿಸ್ಡ್ ವುಡ್ ಟೇಬಲಲ್ಲಿ ರೆಗ್ಯುಲರ್ ರಿಫ್ಲೆಕ್ಷನ್ ಆಗ್ತದೆ. ಎ ಪಾಲಿಸ್ಡ್ ಸರ್ಫೇಸ್ ಈಸ್ ಆನ್ ಎಕ್ಸಾಂಪಲ್ ಆಫ್ ಸ್ಮೂತ್ ಸರ್ಫೇಸ್. ಎ ಪಾಲಿಸ್ಡ್ ವುಡನ್ ಟೇಬಲ್ ಹ್ಯಾಸ್ ಸ್ಮೂತ್ ಸರ್ಫೇಸ್. ಹ್ಯಾನ್ಸ್ ರಿಫ್ಲೆಕ್ಷನ್ ಫ್ರಮ್ ದಿ ಪಾಲಿಸ್ಡ್ ಟೇಬಲ್ಸ್ ವಿಲ್ ಬಿ ರೆಗ್ಯುಲರ್. ಸೆಕೆಂಡ್ ಒನ್, ಚಾಲ್ಕ್ ಪೌಡರ್ ಡಿಫ್ಯೂಸ್ ರಿಫ್ಲೆಕ್ಷನ್ ಅಂತ ಕರಿತೀವಿ. ಯಾಕೆ ಚಾಕ್ ಪೌಡರ್ ಸ್ಪ್ರೆಡ್ ಆನ್ ದಿ ಸರ್ಫೇಸ್ is an example of irregular surface. It is not smooth, therefore diffusion reflection will take place from the chalk powder. In a third one, cardboard surface. Cardboard surface is a diffused reflection. Cardboard surface is also an example of an irregular surface. Hence, diffusion reflection will take place from a cardboard surface. Fourth one, marble floor with water spread over it is a regular reflections. Marble floor with water spread over it is an example of a regular surface. This is because water makes the marble surface smooth. Hence, regular reflection will take place from this surface. ಇನ್ನು ನೆಕ್ಸ್ಟ್ ಬರ್ತಕ್ಕಂಥ ಮಿರರ್. ಮಿರರ್ ಇಸ್ ಎ ರೆಗ್ಯುಲರ್ ರಿಫ್ಲೆಕ್ಷನ್ಸ್. ಮಿರರ್ ಹ್ಯಾಸ್ ಎ ಸ್ಮೂತ್ ಸರ್ಫೇಸ್, therefore it will give a regular reflections. Next to piece of paper is a diffused reflections. Although a piece of paper may look smooth, but it has many irregularities on this surface. Do this reason it will given diffusion reflections. The fourth question, state the laws of reflections. Laws of reflections is the angle of reflection is always equal to the angle of incidence. The incident ray, the reflected rays, and normal to the reflective surface at the point of incident all lies in the same plane. Question number fifth. Describe an activities to show that the incident ray and the reflected rays and the normal at the point incident lies in the same plane. Place a plain mirror on the table. Take a paper sheet and take a small hole in its center. Make sure that the light in the room is not bright. Hold the sheet normal to the table. Take another sheet and place it on the table in the contact with vertical mirror. Draw a normal line on the second sheet from the mirror. Now light a torch on the mirror through the small hole such that the ray of light falls on the normal at the bottom of the mirror. When the ray from this hole is incident on mirror, it gets reflected in a certain direction. You can easily observe the incident ray, reflected rays, and normal to the mirror at the point of incident on the sheet placed on the table. This shows that incident ray, reflected rays, and normal at the surface at the point of incident lies are in the same plane. Now, sixth one, fill in the blanks in the followings. A person 1 meter in front of plane mirror seems to be dash away from his image. Right answer is a mirror. A person 1 meter in the front of plane mirror seems to be 2 meter away from the image. 2 meter is a right answer. Now the object distance and image distance are same from the plane mirror. This image person's 1 meter in front of the mirror, 1 meter back of the mirror, hence image 1 plus 1 2 meter away from the person. Second one, if you touch your dash here with the right hand and in front of plane mirror, it will be seen in the mirror that you are right here in the touch of your dash. If you touch your left ear with your right hand in front of plane mirror, it will be seen in the mirror that your right ear is touched with your left hand. This is because lateral inversion image is from the plane mirror. The third one, the size of pupils becomes dash when you are seeing the dim light. The size of pupil becomes large when you see in dim light. Night birds have dash cones that rod in their eyes. Right answer is night birds have less cones than rods in their eyes. Night birds can be seen in the night but not in the day. They have on their retina a large number of rod cells and only in a few cones. Seventh one, angle of incident is equal to the angle of reflection. Option A always, option B sometimes, option D under special condition, option D never. Right answer is the angle of incident is always equal to the angle of reflection. Always is the right answer. This is a first law of reflection. Image formed by the plane mirror is option A virtual behind the mirror and enlarged. Option B virtual behind the mirror the same size of the object. Option C real at the surface of mirror and enlarged. Option D real behind mirror and the same size of object. Right answer is image formed by the plane mirror is virtual behind the mirror and of the same size at the object. The image formed by the plane mirror is of the same size as the object The image is formed behind the mirror. The image can be obtained on the screen, hence it is virtual image. Now describe the construction of kaleidoscope. Construction of kaleidoscope ಅಂದಾಗ three rectangular mirror strips of the dimensional 15 centimeter into 14 centimeter length ಮತ್ತು breadth ಕೊಟ್ಟಿದ್ದಾರೆ. ಅದು joined together to form a prism. Figure in the show in the figure A. ಎದಲ್ಲಿ ಅದಲ್ಲದ. This prism is fixed into the circular cardboard tube. The circular cardboard tube is hold, hold is slightly longer than the prism. This circular tube is now closed at one end with the cardboard disc. This disc has a hole in it through which we can see. At the other end of the circular tube, a plain glass plate is fixed. It is important to that this glass plate touched the prism mirror. On this glass plate, several small of broken pieces of colored glass are placed. This ends up now closely by the round glass plate, allowing one space for the colored glass pieces to more figure D. ಕೊಟ್ಟಿದ್ದಾರೆ. Draw the label sketch of the human eyes. Human eyes ಚಿತ್ರವನ್ನು ತೆಗೆದ್ರೆ human eyes ಚಿತ್ರ ಈ ರೀತಿ ಬರ್ತಕ್ಕಂಥದ್ದು. Question number 11. Gourmet wanted to perform activity 16.8 using the laser torch. Her teacher advised her not to do so. Can you explain the basis of the teacher's advice? Laser light is harmful for the human eyes because its intensity is very high. It can be cause damage to the retina and lead to blindness. Hence, it is undesirable not to look at the laser beams directly. Tell 1. Explain how you can take care of your eyes. To protect our eyes, the given points should be taken into the account. Visit an eye specialist regularly. Avoiding reading in the dim light and very bright light. Avoid directly exposure of the sunlight to eye. Clean your eyes with the cold water quickly. If the dust particles or small insects enter your eyes, do not rub your eyes. Maintain a distance of at least 25 cm between the book and your eyes while reading. Question number 13. What is the angle of incident of rays if the reflected rays is at an angle of 90 degree to the incident rays? If reflected rays is at the angle of 90 degree to incident rays, then the angle of incident is 45 degree according to the laws of reflection. The angle of incident is equal to angle of reflection. Therefore, the angle of incident and angle of reflections both are in 45 degree. 90 divided by 2 is 45 degree. How many images of the candle will be formed at the place between the two parallel planes mirror separated by 40 cm? Infinite or multiple images of the candles can be formed because multiple reflection between these mirrors. When two mirrors are placed in parallel to each other, then the infinite number of images formed. Two mirror meets a right angle, say ray of light is incident on the one at angle of 30 degree as shown figure 16.2. Draw the reflected from the second mirror. Right answer is the first law of reflection is used to obtain the path of reflected light. It can be observed that the given rays of light will be reflected from the second mirror at the angle of 60 degree. ಈ ರೀತಿ ಬರ್ತಕ್ಕಂಥದ್ದು. ಇನ್ನು Bojo stands at the edge just on the side of the plane mirror as shown in figure 16.20 can be see himself in the mirror. Also can be see image objects situated P, Q and R. A plane mirror forms the virtual image behind the mirror. The image is for behind the mirror as the object in the front of it. A can see his image because the length of mirror is too short on his side. However, he can be see the object placed at the point P and Q, but he cannot be see the object placed at the point of R shown in the figure. In a last question, find out the position of the images of objects situated at A in the plane mirror. Can be पहली at the B are the images. Option C can be bohoj at C the images when pehli moves from the B to C. Where does the image A is moves? Right answer is the image of object placed at the A is found behind the mirror. The distance of the images from the mirror is equal to the distance away from the mirror. Image A is shown in the glowing mirror. As Pehli at the B can be see image, as Boju at C can be see image of the object A will not move. It will remain at the same position when Pehli moves B to C. Right answer is